Widow's faith, from the shadows of grief to new life. When Evelyn, in her late 58s, sitting alone by a window at dawn, empty chair across from her, soft melancholic lighting, woke up that morning, the world felt heavier than usual. Richard, her husband at 61 years old, was gone. 6 months had passed, but the silence still screamed. She moved through her house like a ghost. Every corner whispered his name. Friends stopped calling. But Evelyn, holding old photographs, tears streaming down her face, warm nostalgic lighting, couldn't move on. At night, she prayed with raw honesty. God, if you're there, help me remember why I'm still here. The grief was a slow, dull ache living inside her bones. How long can a heart survive on emptiness? Then something shifted. A friend invited Evelyn walking through a spring park with blooming flowers, gentle sunlight, hopeful expression, to a book club. One woman shared her own story of loss. Evelyn realized she wasn't alone. Maybe God doesn't fix everything, the woman said. Maybe He gives us strength to live through what's broken. For the first time in months, Evelyn felt hope. One morning, Evelyn, standing inside a small chapel, hands folded in prayer, single candle burning, divine light streaming through stained glass, whispered, God, I'm ready to live again. The silence wasn't empty. It was full of peace. She began volunteering at a grief support center. In each story, she found pieces of herself. Faith wasn't about forgetting Richard, it was about honoring him by choosing hope. Months later, Evelyn, standing in a lavender field at sunrise with Richard, appearing as a soft glowing silhouette behind her golden light, peaceful smile stirred in a field of lavender. She laughed freely, without guilt. She had met Daniel, a kind man, who reminded her it was okay to love again. Behind her, the wind stirred. She felt Richard, not in sadness, but in pure, eternal love. Life doesn't end with loss, she whispered. It begins again, differently, but beautifully. This was her second sunrise, and somewhere between earth and heaven, Richard smiled too, because love never dies. It simply transforms into light. If you're going through this right now, if you've lost someone special, I hope Evelyn's story helps you find a little bit of light. De Coracao, truly. And if you haven't lost someone, but this story reminds you of a friend who's hurting, please share it with them. Leave a like, and humbly, I ask, subscribe to our channel. It helps us reach more people who need to hear this. You are not alone. Your grief is not the end of your story. May God bless you with peace, strength, and hope, always.